Good, happy Monday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First step, man killed by falling tree in Bretton Wood. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
A Brentwood police cruiser stands guard at the driveway of a private residence, the site of a deadly accident Sunday afternoon.
Got a call about a logging accident.
Corporal Brett Wells says the victim, an Epsom man, had his own tree company and was clearing a lot about a mile behind a home on Middle Road.
He was by himself. It's been an ongoing project for the last couple months. He's been clearing a large lot for them. They're just turning into a field for their farm.
Police say the 35-year-old was notching a tree when another tree he was working on was blown over by a strong gust of wind and hit him from behind.
Obviously, the wind was pretty high at the middle by the time we found him, so it seems to be that might be what happened.
The victim's body was found under a large pine tree by the homeowners he was working for.
They said they hadn't heard anything, so they just went out back to check on him.
A call was made to 911, and a nearby police officer arrived to the scene within seconds, followed by Brentwood EMS and fire. But officials say it was too late. The victim's identity is being withheld pending notification of his extended family.
Still an ongoing investigation, obviously. Since nobody was with him, we have to try and figure out everything that went with it, and we still have to notify OSHA as a workplace injury.
And the medical examiner's office will determine an official cause of death. Reporting from Brentwood, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report and that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery. We will keep you updated as we get more information into our newsroom. Woman found shot in crashed car in Lawrence. Lawrence police are investigating the shooting death of a woman. The victim was found in a car on Hillside Avenue on Sunday evening. Officers first responded to a car crash. The woman was in a white Nissan Maxima. She was rushed to the hospital but died from her injuries. Neighbors heard shots fired earlier this evening, but some weren't sure whether it was fireworks or gunshots. The Essex County District Attorney is investigating this as a homicide. No arrests have been made. Lawrence Mayor Dan River said that does not appear to be random crime, but part of an ongoing opioid crisis. Police were also investigating a second scene a few blocks away on Oliva Avenue. A driver crashed a silver Honda Civic into a stone wall there. Detectives are looking for any conditions with the scene on Hillside Avenue. The girlfriend of the man who owns the Honda Civic said they believe the car was stolen. She said her boyfriend was taken in for questioning, but at the time of the crash, he was home and asleep because he works third shifts. Maine boy who celebrated Brocktober dies. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Halloween has always been Brock Chadwick's favorite holiday.
Just gives him an opportunity to kind of, let loose and have fun with it.
And although he may be dressed like the Hulk this year, when he takes off his costume, he'll still be a superhero.
Like I said, he's a fighter.
In March, Brock was diagnosed with brain cancer, undergoing months of chemo, radiation, and 3 surgeries since.
He just pushes right through it. It's crazy. I was saying how, he's like my little warrior.
So when his mother feared the spunky 7-year-old wouldn't be able to participate this year, the family decided to bring the tricks and treats to him, dubbing the month Brocktober.
Him being able to just sit there and relax and be comfortable and be able to also read and look at things and eat candy, tons of it, that, clearly gives him a good feeling.
Since they mentioned the idea on social media, over 75 cards and packages have already made their way to his Biddeford home, some from strangers across the country.
When you're happy and motivated and excited, it's like you want to, you know what I mean? It gives you that push to just get through the day, the hours and minutes even.
His mom hopeful that next Halloween, the boy she calls her little warrior will be back on the block, enjoying Brocktober like a happy, healthy little boy. Erin Dixon, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Oil industry gets a warning about its exploration cutback and depleted investment. A lack of investment in the oil projects will likely come back to bite the energy market, the CEO of one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds told CNBC. Franken is ashamed of tweeting photo, says she didn't have any ability to consent. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Before we start, I just want to say if anyone's still in the FiOS, please stay out of the way so your lag doesn't get us all killed. Ben.
What's so great about FiOS anyway?
What's so great about a 100% fiber optic network that makes your gaming system actually work awesomely?
Hey, did you take out the trash?
Garbage boy.
Dad, I already took out Ben.
It's not fun.
Gaming is best on a 100% fiber optic network. So get FiOS, now just $79.99 per month with a 2-year price guarantee with a 2-year agreement.
We begin tonight with the breaking news. Senator Al Franken speaking to reporters for the first time since those allegations of sexual misconduct surfaced. The Minnesota Democrat saying he's embarrassed and ashamed over those accusations and that he's heading back to work tomorrow to regain the trust of the people he let down. This as word emerged tonight that Congressman John Conyers of Michigan is stepping aside from his leadership position on the House Judiciary Committee over complaints about his conduct. ABC's Gloria Rivera on Capitol Hill starting us off.
Tonight, Senator Al Franken facing questions for the first time since sexual misconduct allegations against him. This interview to air tonight on Minnesota station WCCO.
I have a long way back. I have a long way back to win back the trust of the people of Minnesota. I've let people down.
4 women have accused the Minnesota Democrat of inappropriate touching. Franken also spoke with Minnesota Public Radio.
This whole thing has been, embarrassing, and it's been difficult. This has been a shock to me. I would never intentionally do that.
2 of the women claim he groped their backsides during a campaign photo op at a state fair.
Well, I take photographs at the state fair with thousands of people. I'm someone who, hugs people.
But Lindsay Menz did not think the contact was incidental.
Al Franken pulled me in towards him and then put his hand on my rear.
Leanne Tweeden in this photo was the first woman to come forward. Franken calling it
inexcusable. I am ashamed of that photo. She didn't have any ability to consent. She had every right to feel violated by that photo.
Franken says he is not resigning and will fully cooperate with the Ethics Committee investigation. Also dogged by accusations of sexual harassment, long-serving civil rights advocate Michigan Representative John Conyers. Former staffer Melanie Sloan says she was repeatedly berated and belittled by him.
I walked into his office, having been called up to brief him on something, and he was walking around in his underwear.
In a new statement today, Conyers says he will step down as a ranking member on the House Judiciary Committee, but not give up his seat. I deny these allegations, he said. I very much look forward to vindicating myself. Longtime ally Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi still standing by Conyers.
We are strengthened by due process. Just because someone is accused, and was it one accusation? Is it 2? I think there has to be. John Conyers is an icon in our country.
And Gloria joins us live from Capitol Hill tonight. Gloria, Congresswoman Pelosi called on Roy Moore to take himself out of the Alabama Senate race, but she's saying Conyers deserves due process.
Tom, one difference for Pelosi is that with Moore, a minor is involved. Roy Moore accused of the sexual assault of a minor. And with Conyers, Pelosi says zero tolerance means consequences on the Hill, and a full investigation should go forward. Tom?
Gloria Riviera from Capitol Hill tonight. Gloria, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.